Hello everyone, this is the Volkswagen ID.5 Pro. I drove 2 weeks with this car, around 1500 kilometers. It's time to talk about what I like about this car and what I don't like. This video is brought to you by EV Supply, accessories for your EV. They support a lot of different brands: Volkswagen, Audi, Skoda, Cupra, Tesla and BMW. Use the link in the description below to get 10% on accessories. And they also have winter tires and rims, different designs and cheaper than at your car dealer. Use the other link to get free shipping within Germany and Austria and contact the support to get better conditions for shipping for the EU. EV Supply. Let's start with the good thing. The car drives really well. Yes, the 210 kilowatt are not extreme power, but it feels okay. It's very stable. It's quiet enough in there. It's comfortable, especially with the 19-inch winter tires that this car has on is really nice. I drove a different ID.5 with 21-inch wheels and it was less comfortable, so this is really awesome. The seats are comfortable. I don't have the sport seats in there, and these seats are better. The ultra sport seats, where I find the cushioning a bit too hard. Here, what this car was spec'd with, I like better. This car also doesn't have the panoramic roof, which I also like better for me to adjust to attach cameras. I like that. But the driving overall is just really nice and very comfortable and stable and quiet. The Matrix LED headlights are really amazing. This thing here moves into the corner when you steer, which is awesome. You have a Matrix LED high beam assist. That means that segments will be turned off if another car is in front of you or come towards you. Works really well. They improved this also a lot. The high beams are really good. Even the low beams are already good, but the high beams are amazing. The space on the rear seats is really nice. You have a lot of legroom, a bit of headroom, not too much. The trunk is okay, it's not gigantic, and you do not have a frunk. It doesn't exist. That's a bit sad. The design of the interior and how you use buttons and everything is done really well. There are just a few things that I'm not a fan of, but what is great is that you have light control here. You can turn your light on, you can turn the rear fog lights on, the front fog lights. You don't have to go into the infotainment system and do something here, or it's on the stock or something. There's a real button here that's just nice. Same with the steering wheel. You have all your assist systems here. You have a steering wheel heater and everything here. The same on the infotainment system. You have all of your climate settings here, and you can adjust 3 buttons. So this one and these 2 you can adjust. The same, those 4 you can adjust, and then you have a vehicle menu. Those 6 you can adjust. There's really a lot of stuff that you can do, and they've done it nice. Oh, and even the favorite buttons, of course, you can adjust as well, so you can put other things in there. What is negative is for the buttons is that the rain sensor only has 2 settings, high and low, and that's it. That's a bit sad. And that for the window opening, you only have 2 buttons. So if you want to do the rear ones, you have to press that extra button to get to the rear ones. Amazing in all new MEB platform cars is that I have battery optimized. I can see how fast I could charge right now, and if I would preheat, and I can do this automatically when I navigate to a charger, I can turn that off, by the way. So if I don't want that, I can navigate to a charger and it won't preheat the battery. I can do it manually, and then it tells me it takes 45 minutes, and you have to think this is a few 100-kilo block of metal that has to be heated up, and the car was standing outside. It's 5 degrees. That just takes some time. If you are on a long distance trip, you will drive most likely more than 45 minutes until you need the battery to be hot. But it says right now, if I would preheat, I could charge with 57 kilowatt. Yes, the cockpit doesn't have a lot of information, but what it has, it does really well. I can change the view, I can have my focus on the assist system, everything, or on my driving data or my navigation. And if I don't want that, I can also put the view to minimum so I don't see a lot. The same for the head-up display. The head-up display is really amazing. I can see my normal information, but I can also see my state of charge and my range. I can see my average consumption, also my navigation, of course. And then you have your augmented reality for a lot of things. Lane assist, travel assist, so steering assist that it's on. If you have to change the lane, an extra one. If you see the distance to the car in front of you, what is the car that it selects for the distance. And then of course arrows for the navigation if you have to go somewhere. It does it really, really well. Looks awesome. And new in ID software 5.4, you also have the parking sensors in there, which helps a lot. What I also like is the navigation. First of all, if you use a voice command, it works pretty well. In Germany, when I use the German language here, if I put it to English and then do German addresses, it doesn't work very well, but that's understandable. But the design and how it calculates your state of charge at the end is done really well. So it knows if it goes uphill, downhill, your driving profile, if you drive really fast, really slow and everything, it does that really well. What it doesn't do well is with what state of charge are you arriving at your destination. Does it say anywhere here? You have to press here and then you see 70%. That's a bit sad. The top speed in this car for Germany is not extremely fast, 180 kilometers an hour. I know nobody else drives this, but we do this a lot. But at 180, it's very, very stable. With these 19-inch winter tires, when you have to change lanes or when it's a strong corner, you feel that it's a bit more swimmy. So it's not as perfectly stable as with the 21-inch wheels, but these are just way more comfortable. That's why I prefer this. But still at 180, you can drive comfortably. It's not hard. You can even set your cruise control to 180, no problem at all. The steering assist, travel assist, it works really well on a country road. There's a few parts where it's not amazing when there's a lot of lines and everything, but on the highway it's just amazing. And it has swarm data. That means if a lot of Volkswagen ID with this technology drive on a road where there are no lines and the technology wouldn't know where do you drive, and everyone, it sees, oh, everyone is driving on the right here. It knows that, it shows you with a different triangles that it knows this is from the swarm data, and then you drive all on the right. I have a road here. When I got my ID.7, there was just a few spots that it could drive by itself, and now 2 years later, because so many cars have driven there, I can drive the whole way because it mapped the whole drive. It's not very long, but still. And this is how the swarm data works, and it works really well. So you can have this travel assist on a country road the second you go on the road, and you don't have to think of ghost braking or that it steers really weird or stuff like this. You can steer against it. You can change where it is on your lane. So if you want to drive more on the left, more on the right, or in the middle, you just do that for 5 minutes and it remembers that. Awesome. Another negative point is the app. There's not a lot what you can do. Yes, you can preheat the car, you can see navigation and everything. You don't see where the car is when it's driving, only when it's parked and the engine is turned off. You can unlock now with 5.0 on, but it takes long. The same with preheating the car, that takes a while. The app overall doesn't have a very, very great feeling because everything takes a lot of time if you do it, and sometimes it doesn't work. It says it doesn't have a connection for 5 hours, and overall the app is not amazing. It does basic things. You don't see consumption reports or something. Other manufacturers do that better. Charging is also not incredible. Yes, AC 11 kilowatt, DC only a peak of around 140 kilowatt. For 2025, that's not amazing. 10 to 80%, 29 minutes. Again, that's okay, but not incredible. Volkswagen has to update this. The GTX version of this car is 2 minutes faster and has a peak of 190 kilowatt. So if you don't have to charge to 80%, it's really faster and it's good. But this battery needs an update. The most negative what this car has is the regenerative braking. It's not very strong, no one pedal driving. Yes, you can have automatic regen where when you go in D and you have your eco assist on, it will have no regen when there's no one in front of you, and if it knows there's a light, then it will slow down for you, all of this. But overall it's not very strong and it's a bit sad. The explanation from Volkswagen is that they don't want to brake too much if it's a slippery road, that because it's only rear wheel drive, that you will slip, and I get that. But what they should do, like Volvo, is that they use the normal friction brake. You have to activate, of course, I want one pedal drive, and use this to have one pedal drive and bring it to a standstill. I would love that. Volvo does this amazingly well, and I think Volkswagen can do, but so far, how long are ID out till 2020, so in 5 years they haven't implemented it yet, but maybe also the demand is not there, it's just me. But overall the car is really nice, it drives great. This is the most important to me: comfort, stability and quietness, and it really delivers on that. Yes, not amazing power, not amazing charging, but it's okay. The infotainment system, a lot of people are complaining about it and they also have problems. I rarely have problems in my ID.7, not really. In other ID.4s and stuff that I had, there were a few problems, but not gigantic. The app is really not good when it comes to stability and how fast it is when it comes to do something. But overall, I just like the driving, and this is the most important thing for me. If you want to follow me on Instagram, BatteryLife1, and if you want to support the channel, there's a Patreon link in the description below. And here on YouTube, there's also channel membership. And if you want to know what's happening behind the scenes, I have a third YouTube channel, Behind the Battery. But that's it for me. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.